Have you ever wondered what truly happens in the shadows of a perfect neighborhood when the cameras are turned off? We often believe that we are safe behind locked doors, but what if the threat is already standing right inside with you? Today, we are peeling back the layers of a case that defied logic and left investigators speechless. This is the dark truth behind this shocking crime that you were never supposed to hear about. Before we dive into the mystery, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on all our deep dives. 1. The initial discovery. The morning started like any other quiet Sunday until a frantic call to the local police changed everything forever. First responders arrived at the scene expecting a routine check, but they found a puzzle that made no sense at all. There was no sign of forced entry and the house was perfectly clean, yet a person had vanished into thin air. Investigators noted that the security system had been deactivated from the inside just minutes before the event. Every neighbor claimed they heard nothing, which only added to the growing sense of unease felt by the detectives. The air in the room felt heavy as forensic teams began to realize they were dealing with a highly skilled mind. Small clues began to surface, such as a single misplaced photograph that seemed to point toward a hidden motive. 2. Hidden patterns found. As the weeks turned into months, digital forensic experts began to scan every single device found within the home. They discovered a series of encrypted messages that had been sent to an unknown server located far across the sea. These messages contained detailed logs of the daily movements of every person living within those four walls. It appeared that the victim was being watched from the inside for over a year without ever knowing the danger. The level of detail in the surveillance was terrifying, including recordings of private conversations and notes. Each message ended with a strange code that seemed to reference a much larger organization operating in secret. Detectives realized that the crime was just one small piece of a much larger and more sinister global network. 3. The secret motive. Money is often the root of all evil, but in this specific case, the real motive was something far more personal. Interviews with former associates revealed a long-standing grudge that had been festering for over 2 decades. It was a tale of betrayal that started in a small business venture where millions of dollars had gone missing. The suspect believed that they had been cheated out of their fair share and spent years planning their revenge. This was not about the physical wealth, but about the total destruction of the victim's reputation and life. The criminal wanted the victim to feel the same level of isolation and pain that they had felt for many years. Every move was designed to strip away the victim's support system until they had absolutely nowhere left to turn. 4. The twisted cover-up. Once the deed was done, the real work began for the criminal as they attempted to erase their entire history. They planted false evidence that pointed toward a local gang, hoping to lead the police on a wild goose chase. Several witnesses were paid large sums of money to give conflicting reports about the night of the incident. The suspect even appeared on the news, tearfully asking for the safe return of their friend to avoid suspicion. It was a masterclass in manipulation that nearly worked, as the police focus shifted away from the inner circle. However, a small mistake in a bank transfer eventually led the authorities back to the original trail of lies. The criminal had used a joint account to pay for a rental car that was spotted near the crime scene that night. 5. The final verdict. The trial lasted for several months as the public watched every single detail of the case unfold in the media. The evidence was overwhelming, ranging from the digital logs to the testimony of the bribed witnesses in court. The jury did not take long to reach a decision, finding the defendant guilty on every single count presented. The judge described the crime as one of the most calculated and cold-blooded acts in the history of the state. The sentence was life without the possibility of parole, ensuring the public was safe from such a person again. The victim's family finally found a sense of peace, although the scars of the betrayal would never truly heal. This case remains a focal point for criminal psychology students who want to understand the mind of a killer. It is truly chilling to see how quickly a life can be turned upside down by a secret that was hiding in plain sight. This case reminds us to always stay aware of our surroundings and to value the trust we place in others. If you found this deep dive into the dark truth behind this shocking crime fascinating, please share your thoughts below. We have many more stories to tell that will challenge everything you think you know about safety. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel and never miss an upload. Thank you for watching and stay safe out there until we meet again in the next video.